we are gonna come to a comfortable seated position. So feel free, as always, to elevate your hips or to sit on a chair or sit with your legs in any position that supports you. We're going to sit up as tall as we can. We'll close our eyes. And so just begin to allow yourself to settle in, to feel the length of your spine rooting down through your sits bones and then growing tall through the crown of your head. We let our arms rest down by our sides. And we let our attention start to move inward, bringing ourselves to the present moment. We take a moment to notice what we feel, first in our physical body. Then we notice what's here mentally, energetically, physiologically, emotionally. Noticing how it's all connected. And so as we begin to become present, we begin to notice the fact of our breath. And as we begin to notice the fact of our breath, we start to make our breath a more intentional process. Inviting both our inhale and our exhale to move in and out through our nose, if our nose allows. We start to find what we call a 3-part breath. So as we inhale, we allow our upper chest, then our lower chest, and our belly to expand. And as we exhale, we'll reverse that. We'll pull our belly in. We'll pull our ribs down and let our chest draw down. So we take our time to find a long, slow, deep breath that we can maintain. And this will be the breath that will be our guide. So take your time using your practice to develop an intimate relationship with your breath. Not forcing, but instead finding a comfortable pace that you'll allow to guide you. And so as we bring our attention inward, we begin to prepare ourselves for our practice today. The true practice of yoga is just that. It's a practice, a devotion to coming back to our mat over and over again. It's a practice of self-study, exploring our multidimensional self and understanding over time what our true self really is. But then it's also an openness, a willingness to connect with the forces that connect us all, whatever that may be. And so as we practice today, practice with an openness, practice with dedication, practice with a sense of studying yourself, your own experience, of understanding a depth of something that's deeper than the stories that your mind creates. But then also practice with an openness to a force that's bigger than any of us, to a force that unites us all, even if we're in separate locations. So take a moment and set an intention for your practice this morning if you so choose. And allow yourself to connect with your gratitude. And then we'll gently start to move. So we're going to let our chin drop down towards our chest. And we'll start to round from side to side. So we'll inhale as we take our right ear towards our right shoulder. And as we exhale, we'll come back to the center. Then we'll inhale over to our left. And as we exhale, we'll gently return. And we'll do that a couple more times each way, taking your time. So you're moving in a way that supports you, moving with this idea of dedication, with this idea of studying yourself as a multidimensional being, practicing with an openness to a force that's bigger than any of us, to a force that connects us all, even through space and time. And so once you're even between both sides, then you'll come back to the center. We'll take an inhale as we lift our shoulders, squeezing, and as we exhale, we'll sigh and release. We'll take an inhale as we lift and squeeze. And as we exhale, we release. We'll do that one more time. We take a deep breath in, we create tension, and exhaling, we let it go. Then we'll take a deep breath in, we'll sweep our arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll take a side bend. We'll stay here for a moment, really opening through our side. Then we'll take an inhale and reach back up through the center. And as we exhale, we switch. And again, we'll stay here for a few breaths, using our breath to explore, coming back to this idea that our practice is just that. It's a practice. We keep coming back to our mat. And each time we come back to our mat, we explore. We begin to understand over time deeper layers of ourselves. We'll take an inhale and reach up through the center. And as we exhale this time, we'll take a twist. We'll stay here for a few breaths, sitting up a little bit taller with our inhale. And exhaling, we gently deepen. Then we'll take an inhale, we'll unwind, we'll reach back up through the center. And as we exhale, we'll switch. And again, we go to whatever degree feels good. So it doesn't have to be your deepest expression of a posture, but instead it's a place where you can stay, breathe, explore, and unite. Then we'll take an inhale, we'll rise back up through the center. We'll bring our arms back to a surface behind us and gently lift our chest. We'll let our sternum press forward. We let our shoulder blades draw a little bit closer together. We try and create a little bit of movement through our upper back, even though there may not be a whole lot. And then we'll take a fold forward. We'll let our spine round. Again, it doesn't matter how far you go or don't go. Try and feel your breath expanding through the whole back of your body. And then we'll rise back up. We'll find our way over to our hands and knees. So we'll come to all fours. Feel free to move any props that may be underneath you. But as always, if you'd like to place any support under your knees, you're welcome to do so. So we'll bring our wrists under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. We'll take an inhale as we begin to drop our belly and lift our heart, lifting our gaze. And as we exhale, we send our spine high. We'll take an inhale as we drop our belly, lifting our heart, lifting our gaze. And as we exhale, we'll send our spine high. We'll do that a few more times, letting our breath be our guide. coming to a mat with a sense of dedication, a devotion to our practice, letting our breath be a practice of self-study, self-exploration, noticing what arises in our body, in our movement, in our mind, in our heart, and then using our time together to connect. We'll inhale as we open our chest. Now as we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back towards our heels. We let our arms relax. Inhaling, we draw our sternum forward, we lift our chest. And as we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back towards our heels. We'll do that a few more times. Take your time. The next time we press back in to our child's pose, we'll stay here. Knees together or knees apart. Try and let your head relax. It's okay. If it doesn't touch the ground, you can place support under your forehead if that feels better for you. And then we'll add a bit of a side bend. So we're going to walk our chest over towards the right, really trying to lengthen through our left side. We take a moment to pause, to breathe, to come to our mat, to explore, yet connect. And then we'll switch sides. We'll walk our chest over to our left, lengthening through our whole right side. And then we'll come back to the center. We'll extend our arms a bit more actively overhead. And then we'll start to find a downward dog. If a child's pose is better for you, you're welcome to stay there. If you're in a downward dog, we'll take our hips high and our heels low. Your heels don't have to touch the ground. You take a moment and find a sense of length through your spine, a sense of length through your legs. Releasing tension through your neck, your shoulders, your jaw. And we'll start to find our way up to standing, so you can walk your hands back to your feet or walk your feet up to your hands. We'll gently rise all the way up. And so we'll stand up as tall as we can. We'll take a deep breath in. We'll sweep our arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. We'll let our chest come down towards our legs. We relax through the back of our neck. Then we'll inhale as we find the spinal extension, a halfway lift. And exhaling, we fold. Then inhaling, we'll rise to standing, we sweep high. And as we exhale, our hands return to our heart. We'll repeat that a few more times. We'll inhale, reaching up, lengthening. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. You can take any arm variation you would like. So your arms can go out, they can stay up. You'll inhale as you find a long neutral spine. Exhaling, you fold. Then inhaling, you'll rise to standing. And exhale, hands to our heart or down by our side. We'll do that a couple more times, moving with a sense of connection and openness, moving with an opportunity to explore your multidimensional self. Inhaling, we rise halfway. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, we'll rise to standing. And exhaling, hands come back to our heart. We'll do that one more time. We'll take an inhale as we reach up. As we exhale, we'll fold forward. we inhale. So we rise up halfway. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, we'll rise all the way up. And exhaling, our hands come to our heart. And we'll take an inhale, reaching up. As we exhale, we'll fold forward. This time, we'll stay down. If it feels good, you can cross your arms. Take a moment and allow yourself to decompress. Maybe sway a little. Maybe move your legs a little. If it feels better to stay stable, then stay stable. You take a moment to once again come back to your mat with a dedication, with an openness to exploring your multidimensional experience, with an openness to find connection. Then we'll lengthen our spine. You can bring your hands to your legs, to a block, to the mat. We're going to keep our right arm down and take a twist to our left. Again, we'll stay here for a few breaths. Turn your gaze wherever it supports you. And then we'll release the twist. We'll bring our left hand down and we'll spiral open to our right. Again, we'll take a few deep breaths. And then we'll release the twist. We'll inhale and rise to standing. And as we exhale, we'll let our hands come together at our heart. And we'll take an inhale. We'll reach up. And as we exhale, we'll bend our knees. We'll send our hips back as we come down to our chair. We'll take an inhale and rise up. Maybe we take a little bit of a back bend, opening our chest. And as we exhale, we'll bring our hands to our heart. We bend our knees and press our hips back. Inhaling, we'll rise up. We lift up, we lengthen. And exhaling, we bend our knees. We'll sit our hips back. We'll do that a couple more times. Moving with a sense of studying your own experience. An openness to receiving what it is that you're meant to receive. Moving with a sense of connection. So the next time we sit back into our chair, we'll stay there. We'll take a breath in. And as we exhale, we'll twist to our right. So we'll let our left elbow come down. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Using our breath to explore. Using our breath to unite. Then we'll inhale through the center. And as we exhale, we'll switch. We'll bring our right elbow down as we twist towards our left. Again, we'll stay here for a few breaths. Then we'll inhale and rise back up to standing. And as we exhale, we'll release our arms. Then we're going to bring our right foot forward and our left foot back. We'll find a wide enough stance that we can bend our knee without letting our knee come forward of our toes. We'll take an inhale as we bend our knee. We'll bend our elbows and press our chest forward. And as we exhale, we'll release. We'll take an inhale as we bend our knee. We'll press our sternum forward, opening our chest. And as we exhale, we'll release. We'll do that a few more times. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze if that speaks to you. Letting your practice bring you a little deeper, a little closer to your true self that's beyond the stories that your mind creates. We'll sink into it this time, we'll stay. We'll take an inhale as we reach high. And as we exhale, we'll bend our elbows and pull down. We'll take an inhale as we reach up, lifting, lengthening. And as we exhale, we pull down. We'll do that a couple more times. Then we'll stay in our warrior one. Take any arm variation you'd like. Take a few deep breaths. Using your time on the mat to explore, to connect, to unite. Then we'll bring our hands down. You can come up to the ball of your left foot and sink a little deeper into your hips if that speaks to you. You're also welcome to set your left knee down. We'll bring our left hand down and we'll take a twist open to our right. We'll stay here for a few breaths, trying to deepen our twist with each exhale. And then we'll release the twist. We'll start to narrow our base. We'll straighten both legs. We'll rise to standing. So our right foot is still forward, but now our legs are straight. We'll take an inhale, reaching up. Then we'll take our arms back, hooking on to whatever we can hold. We'll take an inhale as we gently lift our chest. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. We let our chest come down towards our right leg. Inhaling, we'll lengthen our spine. We'll press into our feet and rise to standing. Maybe taking a little bit of a back bend at the top. As we exhale, we fold forward. We'll do that a few more times. Using your time on the mat to explore the thoughts that float through your mind. To explore where you're holding tension and tightness. To explore those stories that you let repeat. The next time we fold forward, we'll stay down. You can keep your arms bound or you can relax them. So you find a place that supports you. You let your breath move freely. And then we'll shift our weight into our right foot. We'll start to take our left leg towards the sky. You decide how high or how low. Remembering, again, that it's not about the posture. It's about the exploration. It's about the journey. It's about where you let your mind go, what you can discover. It's about where you can find connection. And then we'll gently release. We'll bring our left foot down to meet our right. We'll take a moment and allow ourselves to hang. We take a moment and feel. Noticing the differences between our sides. Then we'll take an inhale. We'll rise back up to standing, reaching high. And as we exhale, we'll let our hands come back to our heart. Then we'll bring our left foot forward and our right leg back, finding our warrior one stance, so wide enough that you can bend your left knee. We'll take an inhale as we bend our knee. We'll bend our elbows. We press our sternum forward. And as we exhale, we'll release. We'll take an inhale as we sink into it. Our sternum presses forward. Our heart opens. And as we exhale, we release. We'll do that a few more times. Taking your time. Then we'll come into it and stay. We'll take an inhale as we reach up, lengthening. And as we exhale, we'll pull our elbows down. We'll take an inhale as we reach up. And as we exhale, we pull down. And we'll do that a few more times, taking your time. And we'll take an inhale and reach back up. We'll stay in our warrior one. Take any arm variation that you would like. Notice what's here. Use your breath to explore. And use your breath to find connection. Then we'll bring our hands down. You can come up to the ball of your right foot if you would like. Let your hips sink a little deeper. If you'd like to set your knee down, you're welcome to. We'll keep our right hand down and we'll take a twist open to our left. We'll stay here for a few breaths. And then we'll release the twist. We'll start to straighten both legs, narrowing our base. Then we'll rise up to standing. We'll take an inhale as we sweep our arms up. Then we'll take our arms back, hooking on to whatever we can hold. We'll take an inhale as we find a little bit of a back bend, lifting our chest. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward towards our left leg. As we inhale, we'll lengthen our spine, we'll rise up, maybe taking a back bend at the top. And as we exhale, we fold forward. We'll do that a few more times, letting your breath be your guide, using your breath to find and explore. The next time we fold forward, we'll stay down. You can keep your arms bound or you can relax them. You try and soften through the whole back of your body, noticing what stories arise, noticing where tension is being stored, noticing where you find joy and experience it, and everything that's in between. And then we'll shift our weight into our left foot. We'll start to take our right leg towards the sky. Again, it may not be your deepest expression of the posture. You can have your hands down or you can bring your hands up for a bit more balance. And then we'll bring our right foot down to meet our left. We'll take a moment and allow ourselves to hang. And then we'll inhale and rise to standing. We'll sweep high. And as we exhale, we let our hands come together to meet at our heart. And then we'll turn and face the long edge of our mat. So you can face either direction. You'll walk your feet out nice and wide. Then we'll turn our right toes to the short edge of our mat. We'll take our arms out to a T. We're going to bend our right knee as we start to sink in to our hips. So try and keep your knee above your ankle if you can. Then we'll take an inhale, we'll press away, we'll straighten our right leg as we reach up. And as we exhale, we'll bend our knee, sinking into our hips. We'll reach out. We'll take an inhale as we press away, lifting up. And as we exhale, we'll sink into our hip and reach out. We'll do that a few more times, using the whole duration of your breath in each direction, using your breath to explore. And you'll come in to your warrior two, gazing over your middle finger on your right hand if your neck allows. We'll take a breath in, and as we exhale, we'll find our side angle. We'll bring our forearm down and sweep our left arm overhead. We'll stay here for a few breaths, using our breath to explore the present moment. And we'll sweep our left arm behind our back if our shoulder allows. We're going to keep it there. And as we inhale, we'll reverse our warrior. So we'll lift our right arm up, laterally bending our spine. Again, we'll stay here for a few breaths, using your breath to explore. And then we'll straighten our right leg. We'll release our left arm. We'll find our triangle. So we stack our shoulders, find length through our spine. And then we'll start to move between those two. So we'll inhale, reversing our warrior, any variation with your left arm. As you exhale, you'll come back to your triangle. We'll inhale as we bend our knee. We'll lift our chest and reach back. And as we exhale, we find our triangle. We'll do that a few more times, using our breath to study, to explore, to unite. Last one. We'll come back to our triangle. We'll stay here. We're going to take an inhale and sweep our left arm overhead. And as we exhale, we'll sweep back. We'll take an inhale as we sweep up. If you'd like to fan your ribs open, you're welcome to. As you exhale, you'll pull down and back. You'll do that a few more times, using your breath to explore, to calm, to find your center of self that's beyond the stories that your mind creates. Last one, we'll take a breath in, reaching. As we exhale, we'll pull back. Then we'll rise back up to standing. We'll bring our right foot in. So we bring our feet to a parallel position. We'll take an inhale as we reach up, lengthening. And as we exhale, we'll take our wide-legged forward fold. We come down to whatever degree feels good. Doesn't have to be your deepest expression of the posture. But instead, it's a place where today, in this moment, you can find your breath. You can use your breath to explore your experience. You can use your breath to find connection. And we'll lengthen our spine. We'll press into our feet and rise back up to standing. We'll take our left toes and turn them to the short edge of our mat. We'll take our arms out to a T. We'll start to bend our left knee as we sink into our warrior two. Readjust your base if you need to. Then we'll take an inhale. We'll press away. We'll reach up. As we exhale, we'll bend our knee. We'll sink into our hips and reach out. We'll inhale, pressing away. We reach up. As we exhale, we'll sink into our hips and reach out. We'll do that a few more times. Then you'll come back into your warrior two. You'll stay here, pausing for a moment. Feel what's here. And then we'll move in to our side angle. You'll bring your forearm or your hand down. You'll lengthen through your whole right side. We'll stay here. Take a few deep breaths. Turn your gaze where it supports you. And then we'll sweep our right arm behind our back if our shoulder allows. And again, we'll take a few more deep breaths, using our breath to explore the present moment. And then we'll lift our chest. We'll reverse our warrior. So we'll take our left arm overhead. We'll laterally bend our spine. We'll pause here for a moment. Feel how your breath brings you to the here and the now. And then you'll release that. You'll straighten your left leg. You'll release your right arm and find your triangle. Take a moment and find your balance. Then we'll take an inhale and reverse our warrior. We'll bend our left knee as we reach up and back. As we exhale, we'll straighten our leg as we come back to our triangle. We'll do that a few more times. Coming back to our mat with a dedication, with a commitment to our practice, with a commitment to explore our own experience, and to find a place of union, connection. The next time we come in to our triangle, we'll stay. Find a place where you can balance, shoulders stacked, our spine is long, our legs are strong, our core is tight. We'll take an inhale and reach our right arm up. You can fan your ribs open if you'd like. As you exhale, pull your arm back. Inhaling, your arm sweeps high. As you exhale, you pull back. We'll do that a few more times, using your breath. Then we'll restack our arms. We'll rise back up. We'll turn our left foot in so it's parallel with our right. We'll take an inhale, sweeping our arms up, lengthening. And as we exhale, we'll take our wide-legged forward fold. And again, we'll come down to whatever degree feels good. We'll stay here for a few breaths, using our breath to explore. And then we'll lengthen our spine. We'll walk our hands out so they're under our shoulders. We'll keep our left hand down and we'll spiral open to the right. You're welcome to bend your knees or place support under your hand if you'd like it. And then you'll release the twist. You'll bring your right hand down. We'll spiral open to our left. And again, you find a degree that serves you. And then we'll release the twist. We'll take an inhale and rise back up to standing. Then we'll bring our feet back together. Take as many steps as you need. We'll come back to the short edge of our mat. And then we'll take an inhale. We'll sweep our arms up, lengthening. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. You can have bent knees or straight legs. You'll take a moment and let yourself hang. And then we'll come back down to our hands and knees. Take your time to get there. We'll bring our wrists under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. We'll take an inhale as we open our chest, and as we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back towards our heel. Inhaling, we'll draw our sternum forward, lifting our heart. As we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back towards our heels. We'll do that a couple more times. And then we'll come on to our belly. So you'll lie down. Take any position of your legs that supports you. So maybe more narrow, maybe a little bit wider. Let your arms relax. So we're not really going to be pressing into them. You can have your forearms down or you can have your palms down. We'll take an inhale using the strength of our back to gently lift our chest. And as we exhale, we'll release. We'll take an inhale, lengthening our spine. We'll lift our heart. And as we exhale, we pull our belly in and lower. We'll do that a few more times, using your practice to explore, letting your practice be a self-study, an exploration of what shows up. And then we'll release. You can pause on your belly, or you can pause in a child's pose. Take a moment and rebalance, neutralize. And then we'll come into a pigeon. So you can come from all fours, you can come from a downward dog. If you'd like to come onto your back, you're welcome to. We'll bring our right shin forward towards our hand. And then we'll start to sink in to our hips. We can keep our chest lifting, or we can bring our chest down. You're always welcome to come onto your back and cross your right ankle above your left knee, if that serves you more. So again, find a place where you can stay, where you can use your breath to explore what's here in your body, your mind, and your heart. Use your breath to find a sense of connection to a force that unites us all. And then we'll gently release. So you can press back to a child pose. You can press back to a downward dog. If you're on your back, you can pull your knees into your chest. You take a moment to find balance. And within the next few breaths, we'll switch sides. We'll bring our left shin forward as we sink in to our hips. So remember, you can come onto your back, crossing your left ankle above your right knee. You can keep your chest lifting. You can bring your chest down. You can place any support under your hip that you would like. we'll gently release. And again, you can press back to a downward dog. You can press back into a child's pose, or if you're on your back, you can stay there. You take a moment to again rebalance, to feel the present moment. And then we'll come down onto our back if we're not already there. We'll bend our knees and bring our feet flat onto the mat. We'll take an inhale as we press into our feet, lifting our hips. And as we exhale, we'll roll down, articulating our spine. So we come down one vertebra at a time. We'll do that several times. As we inhale, we press into our feet, we lift our hips, we open our chest, we open the front of our hips. And as we exhale, we roll down, imprinting. We'll do that a couple more times. And then we'll let our hips come down to stay. We'll let our knees come in to our chest. And then we'll take a twist. We'll take our legs over to our left as we open our right side. You can have your legs as high or as low, as tight or as loose as you would like. Maybe you close your eyes and let yourself move a little deeper into the felt sense of your experience. And we'll come back to the center. We'll take a moment to pause. And then as you're ready, you'll switch sides. And again, you go to whatever degree feels the best for you. And then you'll come back to the center. You'll let your knees come back into your chest. We'll take one hand on each knee. As we inhale, we'll press our knees away from us. And then as we exhale, we'll pull our low belly in as we pull our knees towards us. We'll just do that a few more times. And then we'll take a long stretch. We'll extend our arms and our legs out in opposition. We'll take an inhale as we squeeze everything from head to toe, creating tension. And as we exhale, we'll sigh and release. We'll do that 2 more times. We'll take a deep breath in, squeezing, feel the tension. And as you exhale, you release and let it go. One more, you'll take a deep breath in, squeezing, feel the tension. And as you exhale, you release. Then you'll let your arms come down. You'll let your legs open. Feel free to use any props or any position that supports you. So take a moment to start to settle into a place where you can relax, where you can let go of everything. You start to let go of any sense of effort in your body. You let go of any effort in your breath, any effort in your mind. And instead, you allow yourself to be supported. As you inhale, you'll open to receiving whatever it is that your heart and soul needs with each in-breath. And with each out-breath, you'll let go of anything and everything that no longer serves you. Taking the last few minutes to rest in great peace. Then you'll start to move your fingers, your toes, your hands, and your feet. You'll start to gently draw your knees back in to your chest. You'll take a moment to once again massage your back in a way that feels good to you. And then you'll roll to one side where you take a moment to reawaken. And as you reawaken, you'll return to an easy seated posture. You'll once again sit up as tall as you can. You'll close your eyes and let your arms rest down by your side. We'll take a moment to come back to our breath. We allow ourselves to notice how we feel. We give ourselves several breaths to come back to our own reflection, to come back to a place of connection, to a place that unites us all through space and time, that brings us together with our experience. And we'll take an inhale. We'll sweep our arms back up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll let our hands come together to meet at our heart. And again, we'll pause here, letting our thumbs gently rest at our heart center. We'll take 6 to 8 breaths, inviting a connection between our mind and our heart. And then we take a moment to come back to our intention if we chose to set one. We take a moment to come back to our gratitude. We take a moment to send a dedication to someone today who may need a bit more support, a bit more energy. Thank you for the energy and the beauty that you each bring. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find freedom, know peace, and walk through the world with ease. I bow to you. Namaste.